Hi everyone and welcome back to Delicado. I'm one of the directors and the sommelier here. My name is Ben Moechtar. Now today we're looking at a sweet wine. We're looking at a lovely one from Argentina. Just a little sort of preview about Argentina. Argentina is just a really long thin strip that runs down sort of that left hand side of South America. It borders on the Andes Mountains. Now that sort of protects their wine growing areas from a lot of the rains that come across there. So essentially it's really quite dry and it's very high altitude, so there are quite warm days but very cool nights, and that makes for some beautiful crisp whites, but also preserves the acidity in the reds to make them really quite fresh. Now in terms of the geography of Argentina, right up the top is an area called the Cafayate Valley, and that's part of the province of Salta. And that is an especially high altitude area, and that's where a lot of the really fragrant white wines made of the very special grape called Torrontes are grown. Now this wine's a bit special that we're looking at today. It's made by Michel Torino, comes in a long slender bottle, and it's a 500ml bottle, but this is a late harvest or a sweet wine made of their very special white grape called Torrontes. Now if you haven't had Torrontes before, you think about it a little bit like muscat and a little bit like Gewürztraminer. It's really floral, has beautiful perfume like white flowers, tuberose, geraniums, even sort of a touch of lavender and spice. And generally it makes quite a dry wine. But occasionally you'll see one of these late harvest versions. This is a 2008 vintage, so it's got a couple of years of, you know, sort of bottle age happening. But on the nose, that classic, it's got almost exotic fruits like lychee, as well as those beautiful white flower perfumes. It's not an especially deep colour, it's just a sort of a mid to medium straw colour, and it's still glowing quite brightly. But on the palate it's really quite sensual. It's not too heavy and not too thick. Unlike those sort of stickies like Noble One, it doesn't really have those creme brulee, creme caramel characters, and it's not especially thick. So this is a sort of wine I'd pair with fruit desserts, maybe some cream desserts, maybe with things like creme brulee, but I'd especially like poached fruits. There's a poached pear tart or an apple tart would be beautiful with that. So if you're looking for a sticky wine that's not especially sweet or especially thick and a bit of a change from the norm, then consider the sweet wines from Argentina and have a look at a late harvest Torrontes. Salud!